Have you seen the animated Pixar movie Inside Out 1 and 2 yet? Well, if you haven't, I strongly recommend that you see it. Though the movie is all about emotions, the concepts presented are also quite relevant to chronic pain. The gist of the movie is that there's no bad emotions, but that all the ones that we usually consider as being negative, like sadness, anxiety, and fear, have a purpose. They're there to protect us. And all attempts to avoid or to get rid of these so-called unpleasant emotions is actually counterproductive to our well-being. If a person's main focus is always on getting rid of pain, then pain naturally becomes more dominant in life and more disruptive. In fact, when it comes to chronic pain, all attempts to either avoid or control it are not only ineffective, they actually come at an expense. At the expense of limiting meaningful life activities. This sense of having a restricted life due to pain naturally worsens the emotional and the social pains that, again, worsen the physical pain, a vicious cycle. Research shows that attempts to either avoid or control chronic pain often just increases the pain severity. Acceptance-based therapy is potentially an effective way of getting out of that cycle, helping a person to stop the frustrating struggles to escape pain, but to focus on life goals and daily living. Several studies have now shown that the value of acceptance therapy in improving quality of life and relieving pain in the long term. Acceptance involves focusing on being less critical of self, but to be more understanding and accepting of oneself, no matter who we are and what we are feeling. At first glance, this idea of acceptance is usually immediately rejected by those living with pain, as they argue, "Are you kidding me? Are you mad? Are you really expecting me to just accept my pain and give up?" The answer is absolutely not. Acceptance isn't at all about giving up or giving in, but it's all about gaining a sense of control over your own body and your life, and to no longer sense that you're a slave to pain or that you're being controlled by pain. Acceptance helps you to gain a sense that you are in charge, and what can possibly be wrong with that? I get the natural resistance that occurs and the skepticism to the idea of this approach. Certainly, this approach is not a quick fix to anyone's pain, because changing the way we perceive pain and the emotions associated with it takes training, practice, time, patience. But in the long term, it can transform lives, yet with zero side effects. The basic premise of acceptance is to improve one's sense of control and to improve one's mood. And in fact, anything that improves mood is beneficial, whether it's listening to music, singing, dancing, socializing, laughing, exercising, gardening, going back to work, or just relaxing. Anyone experiencing persistent pain must have the goal of transitioning from seeing pain as a villain to destroy to seeing pain as an ally to accept. This reframing of how pain is viewed can change one's mood from hopelessness and fear to that of confidence and hope, which are the two vital ingredients for recovery. Again, acceptance leads to confidence and hope, which are the two vital ingredients for recovery. If you haven't seen Inside Out 1 and 2, go watch the movies.